Not a sad time, but a joyful one. The Don Quixote manager was training to rip space with no charge, has returned to the arms of the Lord. What? Hello, welcome to the Limbus Company Warp Train Intervallo stream. Sorry that it's right now. My schedule was like super packed this upcoming week, and the event ends before next Thursday. So this is literally the only time I could do it if I wanted to do it at the regular like time I normally do it. But that's how it is. So sorry for everyone that can't be here or this mucked up your schedule. I couldn't really do anything. Cuz I could have like done something on Tuesday, but then I got an interview and I have to drive 3 hours to the interview. And by the time I drive the 3 hours back, it's gonna be like way too late. It'll be past. Memorial Weekend. Oh, that's right. That's right. I don't think that changes anything for me. But the art today is from Peter G. Adventure TV, and it's me from the Trumpet Run. That's me. That's me. Look at me go. That's me. So thank you for that. The model for me. I need to look like that one day, but also with hair. All right. So that's about it. Also, I realized I haven't gotten all the awards yet. And I got the most important award, which is the ID. But I would like the tickets and all the rest of this, really. I don't really care about these too much, and I probably won't get them. But yeah, so I'm going to be running Mirror Dungeon a lot while I'm doing other things. But I hope everyone's doing well this Sunday. And yeah, it is sort of a secret stream today, but I did announce it. But sort of a secret. It's at the normal time, though. Usually the secret streams are like at a random time in the day. But here we go. I'm ready. Blunt and Envy. Oh, that's right. Let me rethink about this. Blunt. I feel like, should I put all the charge IDs together? Let's put Dawn in there. Well, I guess so. Actually, without changing my current team, that's probably the best. I can't see. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Malinger Fandy. What's up? Doing end on solo? Oh. Well, that's not good. Nothing I can do about it then. I mean, I guess I could block. Oh my gosh! Why the fuck? Why are you rolling so high? I was paying attention, and I do see some of the new like deflects and stuff when you clash. It's all right. It's still kind of so fast that it's hard to tell. But you know, I still don't understand how Insight works. I thought I did, and then I didn't. I have been using the charge team because I'm trying to get all the bonuses out of the Mirror Dungeon. And I can say in Mirror Dungeon with charge, it's pretty awesome. Just always have, I have so much charge all the time when I play. I mostly auto the Mirror Dungeons. I'm not really caring about this anymore, but I guess I still am. But I used to be a collectionist for Mirror Dungeons, where I try to get all the ego gifts. But now I'm just kind of like, I don't really care about doing that too much. So I'd kind of planned my runs around trying to get certain fusions and stuff. But I did just get the last fusion, which took me forever, which was the book and the synesthesia, or whatever, those tactile synesthesia or whatever, which combines into the glasses. So I'm done with the hard part, but I don't know. I guess I use it to keep some sort of interest in the mirror dungeons that I just almost fully auto to. But I gotta stop going to a certain world because I hate fighting Nelly. She's annoying, and I don't like fighting her. I would rather auto. Finally got 100% ego gifts and starter buffs after months of suffering. I don't care about starter buffs that much at all because they just reset. Like, those like fully reset, which makes me sad, but I can't bring myself to care too much about that. Of course, for more efficient mirror dungeon runs I care, but you know, whatever. Slender the 8 pages at some point? Is that the original one? Probably not. I'd rather play other games, other horror games. I do have a bunch of horror games I'm looking at for October. I know I keep starting new ones. Gosh, what was the ones? I mean, I could do another Resident Evil, because I have 2 and 3, but there was a game I was looking at that looked kind of cool. I don't remember what it was now. Shoot. I should maybe do Silent Hill though. I still have never beaten Silent Hill, and maybe I should do that. Wasn't aiming for max starter buffs. I've just been doing so many dungeons I get enough Starlight. I was doing all those Starlight bonuses all the time, you know, once you beat the stage or whatever. But then I just started going for ego gifts. But I do like that they added that. 235 rip space. Have you seen the World Pargus Knocked 4 trailer? No, I haven't, but I did see the egos. The new IDs, which look sick. I really like their designs. Same thing. Can someone explain to me how this train even gets people on it if they don't get cryostasis? I don't see a single benefit. Is this like death sentencing from guilty trials? No. Everything is secret about it, Asteroid, and their memories are erased. There's a memory erasing device that actually plays a part in other chapters, and I think they use the same one here. It's not owned by this company. It's owned by S Corp, whatever the one in. I can't think of what it is. Is it S Corp? I know like which one. I can see it on my mind. I just can't remember the letter. Yeah, sure. Let's just see how it goes. So they erase their memories afterwards. So no one knows about the accidents. The only people that know about the accidents is apparently Limbus somehow. The corporation siphons time from the passengers. Is that true? I feel like that's a spoiler. I don't think I know that. Chief Butler's Secret Arts, right? Surprised me to hear people have full ego gifts. I still don't have that despite all starter buffs and probably 20k Starlight over. There's ways you can set up your whole route to specifically get them. Sometimes you do a run though and you get nothing. It's like really aggravating. It took me forever to get all the fusion gifts, and it was immensely annoying. Usually what I do is I start selling all of my gifts to buy more gifts. And I usually don't beat the final boss. It usually, even with a good build and gifts, it just takes usually too long for me to care about the benefit, so I usually forfeit at the final boss. I didn't always do that, but once I've beaten the boss before, I'm like, nah, I'm just quitting. Limbus knows because it's canon that Dante owns every identity and has seen their uptie stories. Oh, I thought that was like, when Faust said that, I thought they had more knowledge than that. I didn't know they were specifically referring to Dante's knowledge. I thought Faust was like, oh, we know what happened during library. Which again, I have not beaten yet, so do not spoil. That'll resume next week. And soon it might go to twice a week. Because Dogma, I think, is almost over. So we'll see how fast I can beat it. Donna's fucking them up. I forgot I can press stuff on my keyboard instead of reaching for my mouse. Limbus higher-ups may know via other means. Oh. What the hell is Dante and why doesn't he destroy the reputation of every Finger corporation at a mass scale? Finger is different than the corporations. Fingers are like the top 5 criminal syndicates. The corporations are a separate entity. What the hell is Dante? Well, in the first chapter of the game, he gets his head cut off, I think. It's been a while. He gets his head cut off and replaced with the clock prosthetic. And you're fed very little information over the course of the whole series. What's up, Neko? They also bring up in library, the puppeteer brought it up when he broke into the first class cabin, that all the rich people in the city know what warp trains do. That is right, I do remember that. And that's why they all go for first class. Because why else would you do first class for a 10-second ride? 10 second. This is a lot of fights in a row. Also, the fingers are almost everywhere. Can't stay, but good luck with your trains. Yeah, I mean, everything is everywhere, but... Oh, I guess the corps are mostly in their region. So do warp trains just take a Lovecraftian shortcut or something? I don't completely know, but they warp to a different dimension and then don't come back for over 10,000 years or whatever it is in that dimension. I can't remember the exact time. I mean, this whole game has some Lovecraftian influence. I wouldn't say it's the main. The main influence for this game is really started with the SCP Corporation. And I think they did a really good job with the inspiration as opposed to some other games I've played. But it's also influenced by just general folklore, just like SCP is, and a bunch of stuff. What's up, Darrigan? Warp train, yeah. Wait, were warp trains inspired by a Stephen King work? I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm not a huge fan of Stephen King. There's still some books I gotta read. Dawn is just fucking people up. People were like, Andy, you're gonna like the new Heathcliff ID? While I haven't completely been focusing on him, he does kind of seem to just fuck and just really be a good unit. When I throw him in Mirror Dungeon, he's just really good. The Honglu ID is not the best, as he just got staggered, but he is a charge ID. Like, what the hell is the purpose of rich people getting on the train? Is it a flex? Because it takes quite a while to move around in the city, especially if you're not rich. And Warp Train is just, it takes 10 seconds to get to the other part of the country, basically. Sounds like The Jaunt, or whatever the whack job called that book. I'm not aware of that one. Warp trains purposely take a Lovecraftian detour so that the time and energy can be harvested from living people for thousands of years? Really? Oh, T-Corp's in it together? This is not Korea, no. I used to think this was like a real, like, the world we know developed into this, but I think it's a completely separate universe, like it's its own thing. Just because of the history, it talks about certain things that don't line up with our world. It's not in Korea. The game is made out of Korea.
자, 이번은 이쪽으로 모으고.
In one of the side novels, a character sees an airplane in a mirror world and goes, "What the fuck is that thing?" Really? I still have to read the novels. Something caught my attention from the corner of my eye after another round of brutal combat. Oh, here we go. Huh? What's this now? We were on the final car adjacent to the freight car when we discovered that odd box with the T-Corp logo on it. Ah! 'Tis the emblem of T-Corp! It appears that the wall covering it, in the fierceness of our battle, was broken. Didn't that chief executive guy, Hubert, right? Didn't he offhandedly mention something about partnering with other wings? I guess they were in cahoots with W Corp too. Such collaborations. Well, Cool Dog, I do remember the box. I just couldn't remember what it did in Library. Or if it was even explained. Such collaborations are not limited to T-Corp. It is often the case that a wing may work with another. It is only on rare occasions that they urgently request the assistance of a less significant, lesser-known corporations, such as our own Limbus Company. Where is Limbus Company based? Is that ever said? Also, look at that guy. Their choice seems to be quite irregular. Sounds like W Corp's heydays are long behind them. Just like this wall that's falling apart, revealing what's behind. Damn. Oh, speaking of falling apart, this room sure got messed up, huh? It was difficult for me to ignore how Roja hurriedly swerved to a different subject as though she had made a mistake. Even the tone of her voice shifted, like she was catching herself. The various destroyed prosthetic parts covered in human remains indicate that this train car was boarded by several prosthetic-equipped fixers. Can't think about that right now. Let's deal with the task at hand first. Maybe these people are from the same office as that guy we met at the platform. Remember? He said he warped over to T-Corp on an expedition. Look, it's almost like they're all wearing standardized sets of prosthetics. Same make, same model, everything. I believe I have read articles stating that certain offices do exclusively hire fixers with prosthetics. That's a strangely normal sentence from Don Quixote. Wait, we were walking through the bloodied train car when we suddenly heard Sinclair's voice crack, as though he saw something awful. Fly! Is he the one we encountered at the platform? Holy shit. There's the ego gift. This is the fixer who suddenly started venting at us. Yeah, and he said something about going to T-Corp on an expedition and failing. They brought a whole train car full of fixers for his contract? For this contract? I guess he wasn't exaggerating by calling it an expedition. Limbus Company is probably based in the ruins of L Corp, but there's no complete confirmation. There are over a dozen broken arms strewn about. They must have fought valiantly by replacing their broken arms with backup arms, perchance? Quite the strategy. Makes sense. That would explain all those broken prosthetic arms and legs in this chair. In this car. Fuck. Executive Manager, this is likely an aftermath... Incorrect capitalization of a single letter. Where's my 300 lunacy? This is likely an aftermath of a battle between fixers and the bags. No fucking shit, Otis. There were many similar cases during the war. Those using prosthetics would simply let their bodies be destroyed in battle because they just considered them to be disposable as long as their wallets would permit. Of course, that blatant lack of self-preservation often led them to early graves. Well, almost all of their games has an L in it. Every of their games have an L. Are you making a joke about... I missed it. So they have backpacks full of limbs or something? Yeah, what exactly does that mean? Did they just carry them around or something? I thought you were saying one of the games is an L. Like it sucks. Limbus Company, Distortion Detective, that Wonder Wall or whatever the fuck that axe thing was. Lobotomy Corporation, Library of Ruina, Limbus Company. Well, not the novels. You got 3 games. Maybe that's true. I see. There are multiple possible interpretations depending on one's perspective, despite the fact that there is but a single scene. I will remember both your inputs. That's a good attitude. Employees with an attitude like yours often made it to the end of the war. Yes, well, good for them. Faust answers Otis in an uncharacteristically snappy manner. Signs of fatigue were creeping into her pensive expression. She's just not used to thinking. You're right, Faust. It was rare to see any actual expression from her. I was starting to get worried. I am physically unharmed yet. Yes, I am all right. However, I do not enjoy the circumstance which we find ourselves in. It is as though I am casting nets to nowhere while lost and isolated in a blind sea. I could usually complete these deductions within moments after establishing a few basic cross-references between the accessible information. Her voice was such a whisper for the second part of her sentence that I could barely even hear what she was saying. Ah, I know what you mean. Feeling like you're completely lost. She heard nets and she's like, whale? Feeling like you're completely lost, obsessively casting net after net over the black, rippleless lake in desperate hopes that one of them might pull in something we could eat. No way to tell where we are. No way to tell if there's anything to eat under that glassy water surface. Grasping at straws, you know. Everyone's just coming around and just sharing their own fucking heartbreaking stories. Who asked? This sense I find mired in is not unlike your own. It is like lying my back over an unseen grave, for the reflection of radiance upon my eyes and the sanguine scent hanging from the tip of my olfactory. All right, cool word. I don't know why you use that one. Tip of my olfact. Just say your nose, dude. Just say your sense of smell. Don't. No one fucking says olfactory except neuroscientists. And we don't use it in casual conversation. Olfactory tells me not of forging path. Who asked? This entire company is basically a group therapy session anyway. Faust support group, yeah. What if Dante has a backup head somewhere and just doesn't know it? That'd be pretty funny. Probably the real head.
We eat when hungry, and we sleep when tired of eating.
Glad to see you're wrapping up this chapter tonight, especially with Valporcus knocked on the horizon. No prizes for guessing what I'm hyped for there, but how about you?
Was that really quiet for anyone? I noticed that all of my sound settings on my mixer were reset. No idea why. I have no idea. You mean you want me to guess what's gonna happen? Unfortunately, I was hit with a picture, but I don't know if it's real or not. For what's gonna happen next? Also, people telling me Don Quixote has a part in the end. No, I don't really know what's gonna happen. No, I don't really know. I feel like it's not going to be much of a mystery, and we're just going to keep killing people until we get to the boss. And then we're like, we solved the mystery by killing people. And, that's what I'm expecting. I say it all the time, but I'm studying to be a neuroscience scientist, so I don't know. I don't know. I studied neuroscience too, and I never said it. I would just say sense of smell because everyone knows what that is. I only say olfaction when I say olfactory bulb.
Sleep when tired of eating.
I was asking what, if anything, you're excited for with the upcoming Walpurgisnacht.
Well, I didn't look at the trailer, but I did see art of the new IDs, and I think they look really sick. I really like the, what is it called? Solemn Lament. I really like the designs. I think those coats are sick as hell. And I did see like this one fucking gif on Reddit where the guy's like doing all of these fucking, it was like Dong Rang saying, I can't remember, yeah, it's Dong Rang. It's like, I got a cool new boss design and I have cool mechanics. And then it says Solemn Lament Ye Sang. And it's just this guy going like this. And it's like a bunch of like clash sounds. It's really funny. But I'm excited for Solemn Lament. I really want that ID. I want all the Library of Ruina IDs. They're sick. Yeah, the ding, 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 ding. Pining for Reality Breaker, Heathcliff? Is that the Earl King or whatever? Could be a bit louder, the donation sound. Yeah, I don't... It's complicated. Better get used to dinging. It seemed that Ishmael and Yiseng picked up on the first part of her sentence, however. They walked up to her and shared a few words of consolation. By the way, I don't ever recall you talking like that, Faust. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's something different about you. Today, somehow? That is... Oh, I mean, I don't hate it. I'm actually glad to learn you had a softer side. He's saying, the smile. This unseen side of yours it is unfamiliar, yet quite fresh. That smile, dude, I love it. Is that so? Well, I know, everyone likes dumbass Faust. She's more interesting now. Faust's reply was curt. She closed her eyes. As per the information provided by the pamphlet at the platform, it is likely that this train is composed of 12 passenger cars and 1 freight car. I accidentally tried to misread every single word in that sentence. I did see, I think I saw that the purple stone thing from Lobotomy Corporation was the ordeal, that purple, what is it, midnight something ordeal was in there. So I'm curious to see what that's gonna be like. Because we are on the 11th car at the moment, that leaves a single car between us and the freight car in which Mephistopheles is secured. Which means that there's a high likelihood that we will soon encounter the Blood Fiend responsible for the creation of the blood bags aboard this train. Just beyond that door. Member. Well, how impressive Well, how impressive could it be if its fodders are this weak? We practically smashed through their entire horde, no problem. That's rare that this group actually says something is easy and not, holy shit, we died so many times. Violet Noon. Ruina ego? Sorry, I don't know why I think it's because the other day I actually used the ego page for Solemn Lament while I was grinding something in Ruina. I know it's more like a lobotomy thing. The bastard that crushed half of my staff the first time it appeared because I didn't know what it was. Oh, yeah. Violet Noon also did that to me. That's part of the game, though. That's part of the reason you love it. Watching as Purple Noon smashes all the clerks in meatball breaches. Meatball? Which one's that? They've begun saying enemies were easy ever since Yield My Flesh. After their third training arc. Oh. So do the cleaners get rid of all trace of flesh each time the train lands? They do. They somehow are able to put them back together. They have a device that like tells the DNA, identifies the DNA. I don't know how they reconstruct them though. I can't remember. Mound of Smiling Bodies. Oh, I never had that one. I mean, I did, but I never actually had it escape. What's up, Mike? A different, more accurate interpretation would be to say that a being capable of commanding a force as large as the blood bags we have defeated should be considered a high-risk entity. Although this is not common knowledge, there's a subcategory of fixers called Blood Fiend Hunters who specialize in, yes, hunting blood fiends. Thanks, Faust. Assuming that information is true, it can be inferred that blood fiends are difficult foes that require a certain expertise to defeat.
We eat when hungry, and we sleep when tired of eating.
Violet Noon annoys me because it punishes you for idling your dudes in the place the game all but tells you to idle your dudes in. But I suppose you have ample warning to get them out of the main rooms beforehand.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah, learning the ordeals is just part of the fun of the game. It's a new W Corp singularity. The warp train you're seeing is from previous W Corp. Previous W Corp. I don't know what that means. Don't tell me. I hate this train. You should have followed Ruina because it's way worse in there. It goes through detail of Love Town. Now that I'm thinking about it, if blood bags are like mindless thralls to blood fiends, then they're kind of like their private army, right? A being of power who can create a force of their own without concern for lowered morale or desertion. Wartime or not, they will always make formidable foes. The sinners each exchange various opinions with one another, possible strategies, estimations of the blood fiend's strength, and all of a sudden... Fie on this indecisive idleness! Our quest is to defeat the villain who hath brought such pain and misery upon this train, is it not? It may be vaporizing the lifeblood of the innocent as we speak! Mighty or feeble, I care not. I swear upon my honor that I shall smite this foe and let my hand of justice be the judge of their fate. Let us hasten now. I love her. Don Quixote's sudden outburst immediately put a stop to the chatter. She's not wrong. Besides, we have to deal with the blood fiend to complete our contract. With that, I open the door leading to the final car of this train.
결국 내 공부가 부족하지 않았다는 거네. 그치?
The new W Corp Singularity is a machine that reconstructs anything it scans. I don't know if I know that. Did I? The event currency for this event actually gives more lore on the restoration process. What? Notice the cleanup agents. Please collect and store a single passenger's part in this pack. Parts in this pack. No matter how difficult it may appear to collect their parts, do note that there is a single strand of vein
I
connecting
do
the
wonder why they
passenger's parts
chose
together.
Blood Fiend instead of Vampire. Did someone copyright the term vampire recently? And don't forget the worst part of the W Corp arc in Ruina. Lovetown wasn't even the most messed up thing the cleanup agents had seen.
Is that something they said? Yeah. I bet. Thank you, Hellcat. Yeah, the single strand of a vein. Ah, that makes more sense. Imagine you are spinning a yarn ball into shape and patiently collecting them one by one. You can read it in the books of cleanup agents in lore, or in Library of Ruina. I still haven't read any of the books, but okay. I need to do that. Last car, but we still have a ways to go. Sure.
잠깐만.
Oh,
충격
Chokma!
받았거든.
Chokma. This room. Oh, it's the guy on the title screen. What is with that look on thy faces? Thou standeth in the audience of the prince. Where are thy obsequious smiles? I don't actually know what that word means. Yeah, why didn't they say vampires? I guess because we're all just tired of that word. I don't know. He must be the blood fiend who caused this outbreak. He is our target. Fall to thy knees and grovel before royalty. Who the hell are you to make those demands? I shall impart this upon thee only once, so listen well. Thou mayest address me as Prince Cassetti, the sixth kindred, or as kindred of the sixth generation. The rightful prince and refuge from his family. I like how he had to explain that.
We eat when hungry, and we sleep when tired of eating.
Just remember what I told you about this guy. You got this.
I do, but I have no faith in myself. Hellcat basically said to beat it on the first turn, or I think within 3 turns, or I forgot the second part, but I'll figure it out. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. I'm fine with trying again. Art thou the villain who hath brought such destruction and massacre upon this vessel? Thou art a chatty one so rudely before your prince, yet I am feeling generous, for I am quite sated at the moment. As thou must have seen on thy journey here, this place is a hall of banquet for a feast most majestic. No matter how many blood bags I create, no matter how much I devour them, the humans just won't stop coming. I only enjoy what was cast into my maw. Are they? Do they keep coming? I don't really understand, because isn't the whole thing they said it's not an endless supply? Because once he consumes them, something happens? I don't really get it. We finally found someone else who talks like Dawn. Yeah, I noticed. It implies the old W Corp trains didn't take 2,000 years because T Corp only had a contract with a new W Corp. Basically, old W Corp collapsed because it didn't lie and wasn't evil. Oh. He dons a mask for the purpose of merrymaking. If we're really going to exchange pleasantries, why don't you take that mask off? Or are you unfamiliar with basic etiquette? Damn! Oh, this mask? Won't come off, can't take it off, shouldn't take it off. There's no prince without the mask. We're so ugly behind the mask. So we all decided hide how repulsive we've become. I think that's just like old grammar. But once I've drunk your blood full, then it'll go back to how it used to be. Only then can I unmask myself. Who stitched that mask to your face skin? Not a half bad job, face skin. Of course it's excellent, haha. Because this mask was crafted by none other than the great, the eminent, the barber himself, whose name I dare not even speak, but it hurts so much. No, I am smiling. Look how hard I'm smiling and laughing. Yes, I am the prince. That's what I am.
Tired of eating.
I'm tired of eating.
Stagger him on the first turn, or don't think you can stagger him on the first turn. Play conservatively or turtle up. More precisely, though, watch his sanity, because he gets annoying when it hits bottom.
Okay, I'll just read. But thanks, Hellcat. I'll see if I can stagger him the first turn, but I kind of doubt it. He drains them of their blood, which causes them to dissolve and disappear, is what I understand. But then he never. But wouldn't that mean it's not endless on here? He's a bloody loon, isn't it? All right, done with the giggles. Then get ready for the beating of your life. I enjoy things like you and your friends. What a fucking... Don't cry. Bowing and sniveling on the ground for your lives. Lunge at me instead. The ingression, the boiling bread. Oh, how I love the fire. Are you daft? Look around. There are 13 of us and only one of you. Heathcliff, you got fucking pummeled by a guy in sunglasses who talks about hair. I don't want to fucking hear it. Do not let your guard down, Heathcliff. This entity has managed to turn countless passengers of this train into his blood bags. I ain't letting my guard down, but we blasted through so many blood bags, we couldn't even keep count, didn't we? Couldn't even keep count. Oh, no, but the count is so important. I have to keep count of our visitors. Oh, yes, of course. I do remember to keep count of our dearest visitors. Yes, sir, I do. You have no idea how powerful I am, and I shall not relinquish my throne to thee from this budding kingdom. All I have to do is sit here and do nothing, and the blood bags present themselves before me. There's no paradise like this one out here. This out here. You have no idea what I did to create this place.
We eat when hungry, and we sleep when tired of eating.
Basically, this boss fight isn't even hard. It's just designed to waste as much of your time as possible. Patience check, not skill check.
Yeah, I mean, the patience checking Challenger Andy is a bad idea for everyone involved. And the sunglasses man lost to an old man who does nothing but fish all day. But also, didn't he nerf himself like for that fight? And also was distracted. But yeah. Oh, how elated my forebearer kindreds would be should they be here to witness what I have created, this cornucopia of abundance, this pleasure, oh, this freedom. But this kingdom is mine! I made it and I'm not giving it away. Nope. This is rather curious. It appears that this blood fiend leaves this car only on rare occasions. Yet we have seen signs of his insidious influence throughout every car we have visited so far. Then what he meant by how the blood bags present themselves before him has to be... Oh, hold on a minute! Yeah! A figure suddenly and frantically charged into this car. It was Sasha, the fixer we ran into in one of the earlier cars. Cassetti shrinks into his throne at the sudden burst, terror apparent in his face. It is thee! By the... Hast thou truly journeyed here to assist us in our quest? Lo, that villain is the blood fiend responsible for the tragedies that have transpired aboard this train. Help us slay that cur and eventually lead the passengers thou hast protected thus far out of this train. I completely forgot about her. Blood fiends. What if there was more than a single blood fiend on board? One still capable of rational thought. Damn, you actually made it all the way back here? I guess the wings don't give out contracts to just anyone. I used to fight my damnedest too. Until I was the last one standing. What's she talking about? But where did that leave me? In the end, I stood alone with nothing but a single one of these 4 arms left. Kind of funny how the perspective on life can just completely flip when you're really, really in the shit. I think my last thoughts were, man, I don't want to die. So I fell to my knees and pleaded. I told him that, Don Quixote, watch out. I'd do anything to live. Blood rapidly crystallized around Sasha like a suit of armor as she swung her greatsword at the sinners, striking them before Fausti finished her sentence. Ag. What did I say? I commanded you to give me a warning before jumping in like that. Said he wasn't that hard, just more annoying. Don't you know how loud your stupid arms are? I thought the family had come for me. I'm sorry, Lord Cassetti. Allow me to introduce my kindred to thee, to be the first of many since my escape for the kingdom I intend to build. My kindred, my loyal squire, who will be at my side as I build a dynasty of my own, my family. Lord Cassetti, I had intended to select the more powerful of the bunch to send to this car, as you commanded me, but the humans in my car were all weaklings, so I present before you this group from the first-class car. Kindred. Are you even aware of the exact nature of a kindred? Nah, but I can tell you this. When I accepted my lord's blood into my veins, it was as though I was reborn. I see. A blood fiend's kindred is like a sub-entity of the blood fiend, similar in concept to sub-entities created by distortions or abnormalities. It must have been desperation that drove you to accept that proposition without hesitation, despite the lack of relevant information. Maybe. That's probably what's going through my head before I... That's probably what was going through my head before I became a kindred. Thou hast been in cohorts with this villain all this time, as his lackey? Even ere then, when we first laid our eyes upon thee? Even ere. Lady, you have no idea how much I freaked out when one of you asked me something about red eyes. Not that it would have mattered if you suspected me, though, since my red eye is just a prosthetic. Then the passengers who were under thy protection. Haven't I told you that the count matters? The longer the line, the better. Dozens of blood bags began shambling into the room behind Sasha. A smaller one among them stood out to me. My mind immediately snapped to the child who grabbed Don Quixote's coattails. The freaky child. That was really creepy. I knew that the passengers were dead the moment we realized Sasha was a blood fiend, but this? I really hoped I wouldn't have to face this reality. Not like this. There was a child. I don't know, I find him a perfect punching bag during my mirror dungeon runs to get massive damage numbers at the end of the fight. I got my first 700 damage total on him. I think the highest I've ever gotten was like a 400, but I'm not trying to go for that. In another world, instead of a blood fiend on this train, we get melting love. Yep, little runt wanted to be a fixer if she got to grow up. Good thing she won't, though. I can tell you on good authority that living as a blood bag is way better than the drudgery that is the life of a fixer. Believe me, I'd know. Hold thy vile tongue. Dreaming of becoming a famous, respected fixer and an actor of justice, it's all just a stupid pipe dream that always ends in crushing disappointment. Or a really, really early grave. Silence! Silence! Don Quixote did not give Sasha time to finish her sentence. She was already charging full speed at her with her lance drawn. I was wondering how we were going to spread this out among three more missions. Okay, well, I might as well take this a little seriously. Start with this. Are they all using the same attack? No. Yes. Fuck. Beats are bumping. Yeah, the music's been pretty good. Get fucked. I didn't know these guys were going to be that easy. I thought they were going to have some buff because they all started with half health. I mean, they probably do, but it's not going to matter because my team fucks. In the future, by the way, always choose this guy for Mirror Dungeon Hards on the final floor. He's much easier than any other final floor bosses with all those buffs they get, in my opinion. Alright. Oh, I might as well do that. Fucking 91, holy shit.
신속히 처리하죠.
Still don't know how most of my team works because I haven't even had to learn them because they just win. I mostly know how Magic Bullet works. I just have never cared too much about the burn part of it. But I basically know what all the attacks do, as well as Dawn's. Oh, that's right. They get the reinforcements or whatever it's called. Why don't you... Oh, okay. Is there anyone that can dominate? That's probably fine.
직접 알게 하느라.
Yeah, I haven't done the mirror dungeon for this yet because I didn't want to get spoiled. My current mirror dungeon, since I got to floor 5 today, started on this, and then I just went to the shop and then stopped because I didn't want to get spoiled.
무지하니까
4 out of the 6 of your team is just gain charge and use charge. Right. On skill 3. Isn't Heathcliff's a skill 2 though, I thought? Oh, there she is. She have that stupid fucking buff everyone has now? No, she doesn't have reinforcement. I hate that buff. Or passive. Gain 1 bleed count every time this unit is hit. At 3 bleed count, consume coagulated blood. Gain offense and defense related to this value. It's not really avoidable though unless I'm gonna tank damage. Prioritize targets with bleed. If it fails to deal any damage this turn, gain 2 fragile and 2 offensive. Okay. If the hit... Yeah, okay. Steals charge. Self-inflicted damage due to these skills do not reduce the unit's HP under 1. Oh, okay. At less than 5% charge, gain 1 power down. At 5. Okay, well, I'll prioritize stuff that won't... Okay, never mind. It's just immediately going to get charged. Oh my gosh, that's way too much to read. Sasha's a bozo. You can just treat her like a normal enemy, really? Right. I like to look at the special... I like to look at them. At least, just kind of figure out what's going on. Oh, shit. They're just all going after Dawn? Dawn, fuck her up. Shit. What is... Oh, that's like barely anything. Yeah.
신속히 처리하자.
They know. They target the one with the most lead count, right? I'm already staggered. She is a bozo. First turn stagger. Why are they glowing? What are they doing back there? Why are they doing what they're doing? Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Is she really just gonna die? Like already? They're JoJo posing. Spike? Oh. I don't know if I even need that much damage on her. They heal if they hit you. Whoa, what the fuck? Why did she not take any damage? I missed something. You're not ready for the prosthetic replace Sasha, for real? Totally, this will change the outcome. Oh, she's already dead. No wonder she was so easily turned into a blood fiend. She sucks. Get it? Wow. Is Kanto 5 peak? I just finished 4 and I'm upgrading my stuff to play 5. What's up? Is...
We eat when hungry, and we sleep when tired of eating.
Oh shit, I just noticed you're using W Hong Lee. I heartily approve.
Yeah, he's alright. He builds charge. I like the other charge IDs though. Which one's 5? 5 is 5 Ishmael? It's pretty good. Right? It is, right? Yeah. I like the main enemy. She's one of my favorites. 5 is pretty good. Oh no, 5 is pretty great. There's a lot of good shit in 5. One of my favorite characters. Well, 2 of my favorite characters are in 5. You meant 6, not 5? 6 is pretty good. I really like the story. I'm trying... Can someone... Is there a way I could show someone who doesn't know anything about Limbus, like, the relationship in Kanto 6? I wanna... my friend really likes Patches of Violet, and I want to explain very clearly what happened in Kanto 6, but they've never played the game, probably never will. But I'm like struggling to remember and also like give how much. Read the book? Fuck no, the book is so damn boring. I couldn't get past the 3rd chapter. But I want to convey, because I think the relationship or what happens in Kanto 6 is so cool, especially with how it's like what Patches of Violet talks about, but I have a hard time explaining the magnitude. You can go to the theater and tab and replay cutscenes. Yeah, but I guess I'd have to do that. Could show a playthrough. I think that's too much investment. I really just want to talk about Heathcliff's part and not... I don't need any of the rest of the sinners, really. Can I talk a bit about Kanto 5 spoilers? Because I have one complaint about it. Yeah, you're fine. Unbelievable, my first kindred to be created without their authorization. Is this bumbling fool? I pray for your forgiveness, my parent. Be gone from my sight. At least thou hast brought me blood bags for sustenance. He was like talking her up. He's like, my loyal knight, and she fucking got bodied. Yet, it must be the responsibility of a parent to clean up the mess of his child. What a load of shit. With that, Cassetti reached out toward the pile of blood bags on the ground and... Ah! Ah! Oh, I was like, yeah? Oh, what an abundance. I nearly forgotten the sensation. That looks like that one spear. An armor of hardened blood materialized over the blood fiend's body. His sheer aggression and hatred was palpable enough to make our skin crawl. It appears as though he empowered himself by reaping their blood. Though my power is yet to fully return, this magnificent armor... That's a cool design. This magnificent armor is quite befitting of a parade for the prince who hath become a king. Wouldst thou agree? Yes, sir, you would! Of course you would! Challenge me now, O rebels! Challenge thy king! Challenge. Good, a sinner has taken down a foe. Let's keep this up. Sir, that's cool and all, but have you considered rip space? There's not a way I can see damage before... like, the unopposed damage. I'd like to see that. I think that's as much damage as I can do. I don't think these egos will actually help. Maybe hers will, but I think this will do more damage. Okay, what's up with you? Okay. That's the thing about the blood, and that's just the same as Sasha. Stored blood, lose 1 HP every time this value... Lose 1 value every time this unit loses 5% HP. On hit, heal 1% of this unit's HP. On hit. At turn end, depending on stored blood value, at a value lesser than 5 stored blood, which is what he's starting with. Gain 1 bind, 1 fragile, 1 offense level down. So he's... Oh, at turn end. I see. At a value greater, gain offense level... Oh, just offensive, defensive. Check his sanity tab. Yeah, I was playing into.
When tired of eating.
Please check his sanity tab.
I wonder how long Cassetti can age and live. This much power in only 3 days is pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm kind of confused about what he was saying. I'm just kind of confused about that. His timeline on these trains or what? I don't really get it. I'll be pulling for the Walpurgis Noct. Yeah, when it comes around. That's what I saved all my shit for. Cassetti jump scared me on my first ever mirror dungeon clear. He just comes out of nowhere. That was your first ever? You'd have to overwrite with another skill to check. Okay, I did know that, but I was like, is there an easier way? It's annoying. He lived long enough for the warp train to notice that passengers were missing. Right. I'm still just kind of confused. So he was here for 10,000 years, or like what happened, you know? Yeah, I noticed the rip space shit. Why did we not fight the white whale once? Because I assume we would have gotten bodied by it. I mean, we fought it. We threw the damn axe into it, or whatever, her harpoon. Andy reading a lot for someone who just needs to calculate win rate. Well, I mean, you know, it's the boss. Just interested. It's more exciting than regular enemies. Low morale, gain 1 fragile and damage up. Panic, gain 2 fragile and damage up. Okay. That's all? It's just fragile and damage up. Just 1. Seems fine. Am I missing something? Okay. Rip space him. There's no way I'm getting that stagger. Holy shit, you see how far down that was? I would need like a fucking tremor team. What do you mean get stagger on first turn? How the fuck am I supposed to do that? None of that matters. That's all boring. Whoops. All right. Play conservatively with this fight. Why do they call him Cassetti instead of DVD? Nice one. It's been 3 days since Limbus Company woke up. Yeah, I know that. I'm just confused because he's obviously on this train before that. He's been on here before, so how did he deal with the 10,000 years? What the fuck is this? Speed 10? Durante! Wait. I am the prince of the parade. Double the amount healed by Hardblood Glaive. The what now? Is that another attack he normally does? Reset SP to 0. After attack, gain 10 stored blood. Oh, okay.
Yes, Tremor Team would work for getting a first turn stagger. This is why I said to play conservatively if you can't stagger him on the first turn. Seems they reduced how fast his sanity drops though, ironically making it take longer.
I don't really know what you mean by play conservatively, but maybe that's just what I do. Like, I don't really do risky tactics a lot of the time. Do not get staggered. Inflict bleed, inflict bleed, inflict bleed. Will be explained near the end. Oh, okay. Who is clashing with this idiot? Oh, unclashable. Get fucked, nerd.
We eat when hungry, and
Andy, you just wasted risk
got
space
20
on him
charge.
in the first turn.
You just wasted rift space on him on the first turn? Oh, that's what you mean? I mean, she's gonna get another rift space eventually. Just waste your weak clashing skills here. What? I didn't get to attack? Why? Wait, what? Why? I'm confused why that happened. Oh! Oh. Skill ends the turn. Did I miss that? Fuck. I don't think any of them can do that. No! I can't heal! So what the fuck do I do here? I'll be fine. Yeah, 99% of the time he heals back to full there. Shit. Ooh! He didn't stagger! Shit. Fuck! I can't heal because I'm not building... What is that? Lust? I don't know what orange is. Oh, fuck off. 19?! Oh, I should have had her take the damage. How long does he get that? Shit! Oh my gosh. This is a chain battle. It's fine if people die as long as your back line is leveled. Wait, so what's the strat? Let me think. I mean, how many times is he gonna do that? Oh. Ends turn after using this skill. I missed that part. He does it once? Oh, okay. I guess I can just let him die. Yeah. Oh!
We eat when hungry, and we sleep
Just win
when
clashes.
tired of eating.
Aside from his annoying time waster mechanic, the strat is the same as it's always been, win clashes.
Oh my fucking gosh! Okay, well... Jeez! Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute! I'm stupid. Hong Lu can just die. What's the weakest thing? He's capable of healing back to full HP if you don't win clashes. That's a good point. So that's what's forcing me to clash. Although I can't do much right now because I guess Hong Lu should I mean, Honglu's immediately gonna get staggered and then just get fucking blasted. Excellent Gambit executive manager. I hope she fucking wins that clash. I don't care too much about Honglu. He's gonna get bodied by that. I don't care too much about Honglu, but I do care about my Dawn. Oh gosh. Win! Dawn, you have to win. Oh shit. Win! Yes! Yeah! Otis approves of this strat. Ooh. Oh, that was a multi-weight? I didn't see that! 329! Ooh, I didn't see. How did I not see that? What? How did I just let that happen? Ooh! That happened? I just missed that? I just missed that fucking attack? How? Oh my gosh. Yeah, of course you're still alive. Fucking tank. Honestly, that might have been better if that team is leveled. Every team is leveled. She's gonna fucking kill herself, damn it. She's gonna kill herself! Son of a bitch! That's so annoying. She literally is gonna die, no matter what she does. And there's no way to save her, unless I do some defense strats that probably aren't worth it. Can't you use her to offset the evade? I didn't think about that. Oh! Wait, what? Why didn't she take... Did her... Wait, the bleed is it was eaten by her shield? That's how that works? Do based on shield? Yeah. That idea is so good. Shit, she won that clash. Nice. Ooh. Now we're getting somewhere. I mean, I could heal her. Yield my flash! Shit, it wins every time. It's gonna win with 0 sanity. Oh, well, no, that makes sense, actually. I don't... He's not really supposed to be there. He's only there to be a slash ID for Mirror. Today is not an Andy stream day usually, right? Yeah, that's correct. This event ends, so I had to do it today because the rest of my schedule next week is really filled. Make sure you don't let him win on a big HP steel attack. Why did she get staggered? What? That attack. Dominating. 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 I don't like that. What's this? Oh. Oh, he's gonna lose. Unless he resets. I don't know when he resets his, Fuck, I almost did that. I don't know when he resets. What are you doing? Where are you? I forgot what I was doing. Wait, why am I doing an ego? I completely forgot why. Dominating. Is it just for that? Maybe it was. Should be good. Raja eats too much red meat, so it's only a matter of time. Why is he using the evade on her? Is he stupid? So are you manipulated by the FOMO gacha limited availability mechanics? Not that that's a bad thing. It's not a gacha that the event's gonna end. It's certain rewards you get for playing the game that make it so you don't have to play the game as much later. The gacha I'm not worried about. The next event is the one I'm worried about. The thing that comes directly after this, the gacha I'm worried about. Because that gacha is locked for 3 months. And it looks really sweet. Not that I really need it. I don't care that much. Anti-gacha in a sense. Yeah, Project Moon does a bunch of that shit. I need Mersault to gain sanity. All that seems fine. Oh, he did the slow slide. Event story battles don't even go away. That's right. But the rewards do, and I want those rewards because they're super tasty. Technically, there is gacha rewards. But you get tickets for free gacha. Rojan's S1 lowers her stagger threshold, but due to bleeding, she was still below the threshold afterwards. And the threshold adjustment seemed to trigger the staggering. I don't think she had bleed, though. Oh, it's over for him. 160. Can you not? Fuck, it's actually like... I mean, I don't really need to do this. It is my highest clashing move, though. He's not... Just to make sure, he's not gonna corrupt or corrode. I don't think so. Should be fine. Because it's bleed damage, it doesn't stagger you? That's what I thought. How is Roja still alive? She's taking no damage because she clashes like a fucking badass. She's such a good unit. Yeah! Oh, didn't even, is he staggered? This is the ID that when I first booted up the game ever. That was the ID that was on there. I didn't get it then. Bang bang. And then it ends. Alright. Well, that was scarier than I thought it was gonna be. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! Yes, I love your boiling human blood, but this is too painful! This guy keeps regenerating no matter how many times we tear him to pieces. He only regenerated once. Huh. This. I don't know if we can. The mental fatigue finally got to Gregor and Sinclair, who collapsed to the ground. The strange environment of warp trains was proving to be a significant help to the Blood Fiend's regenerative ability. Okay. Tell her she'll be rewarded with treats and she'll win. That's right. Dawn is still the best character, yes. The battle continued much longer than our scuffles at K-Corp border checkpoint or a struggle against the endless hordes of dead at the basement of Wuthering Heights. Really? No, actually, I'll tell you, the Wuthering Heights basement took a long fucking time. I think that battle took me like fucking 45 minutes or something. I think you're misremembering. The basement battle, that was insane. Fucking, what was it, 26 turns of like actual thinking and strategy. The Sinners had grown much stronger since then, but they were reaching a breaking point. Literally, isn't this directly after Wuthering Heights? I mean, I guess they trained in Railway and an event, I think. Damn! Dawn? Don Quixote continues to wildly pummel the Blood Fiend with her lance, breaking, stabbing, and crushing him every time a body part regenerated. I am so hungry. Ridiculous, thy hunger is no justification for this massacre thou hast wrought. Shut up, you don't understand. You don't understand how awful it is to be surviving for 200 years on that disgusting, horrible... No, I don't want to even think about it. Shut up, be quiet. No, I'm sorry, I'll be good. Please, just let me have a sip, the smallest sip, please. It won't matter how many times you stab me. I shan't stop until all of thy flesh and bone and organs are crushed into a vicious, shapeless mush, never to become whole again. But thy Blood Fiend's regeneration is so powerful that he's recovering as fast as Don Quixote is destroying him. He's regenerating at an insane rate. We can't. My kindred, my child. I have given thee new life, invited thee to this banquet. So do thy responsibilities. The blessings of a parent must be repaid, no? What can I do? Find their weakness, break their anchor, make them kneel and grovel before me in desperation, just as you had. Wait, I think I got an idea. Sasha began looking around wildly, surprised by Cassetti's sudden command. It's the way they fight. It reminds me a lot of the way we prosthetic users using fixers fight. Just as prosthetic fixers slowly lose their sense of self-preservation, their limbs becoming no more important than tools to be replaced, these idiots act with such abandon as if they have multiple lives to burn through. Yeah, because you were determined to win the unwinnable battle. I mean, I won in the end, though. Technically, this battle is less than 10 seconds. Good point. At least the undead husks in Canto 6 had the decency to fall apart. This guy won't quit. With nothing to protect, they throw themselves wildly into battle like moths to a flame. And forget to look after what's really important, like this little thing. It's the child! With one of her remaining arms, Sasha picked up the child! Oh. The MasterCard key Faust showed her in one of the previous cars. They never brought the child back. Don Quixote, stop her now. Faust, you're... what the fuck? Clockman is like technically the MC, right? Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of useless though. Oh, my parent, I offer this gift to you. This is a card. Don Quixote immediately leaped at the fixer, but one of her arms struck her away with great force. Ishmael and Mersault, who had been holding Cassetti down, were no match for his strength without Don Quixote's fury. The Blood Fiend threw them both to the side and grabbed the keycard. This is the... They're just a respawner? Yeah, basically. Dante needs like a rocket arm or something. He's got Durante! And he can slow people down only once a day, though. And only for one turn. This is the key to the first class cards, my lord. With this, grow your army of blood bags to bring glory to the kingdom. How does that at all help him immediately right now, though? No. Cassetti examines the master keycard with clear interest. Without that keycard, we'll be trapped inside this train for thousands of years until it reaches its destination. Oh, okay, I see. Did she say something? Dante, I believe that I have tried my utmost to overcome this adversity without access to Faust's knowledge and intelligence. How much do I know about Vampire the Masquerade? I know a tiny little bit. I know some people have recommended me to play it. I mean, they have the bomb head, so that's kind of close to Rocket Arm. That is true. He can self-destruct. However, with our loss of the Master Keycard, the uncertainty of this circumstance has greatly exacerbated. At the origin of this plight, Faust took a deep breath, as if she was about to take a deep dive into the source of all this trouble. Must be my over-reliance on Faust. Yeah, it kind of seems like it, actually. From what I can tell, Faust has always been operating based on the information she received from Faust. So a situation like this, where she has to make decisions on her own, has to be unfamiliar to her. But Faust is an admirable sinner, with or without Faust. I've been thinking the same thing about myself, actually. That I've been relying too much on that perfect Faust. But even without Faust, you still gave us good directions to follow after analyzing the information we brought you. Is this hype is this like positive reinforcement and like coddling gonna help us at all? Maybe uncertainty itself doesn't always have to be a problem for us. Remember? Thus the lack of plan itself becomes the plan. You said it yourself. I see. Indeed, among many, I am a Faust that believes in uncertainty. Our loss of the Master Keycard is but one of innumerable uncertain variables in the equation. The constant is, however, that the Blood Fiend is just as desperate as we are. Thus, the only option that remains at present is to compromise. You there. Looks like thou art the one who has been regenerating your friends. Stop doing it. All right? Don't heal a single one of them. Or I'll smash your precious key to pieces. Oh my gosh, he's a fucking... Oh no, he's an idiot! Do you still do the repeat sound clip thing whenever someone screams or moans in this game? I do, but unfortunately, during events like these, they don't have voice acting. Dante reading some human resources books on his off time. Yeah, apparently. Manager Esquire. Kalajanari! Compromise with a villain as vile as that cur. I didn't have time to regenerate Don Quixote's severe injuries just yet, and the rest of the sinners were already unconscious. The only sinner who could still move and talk normally was Faust, whom I just rewound the clock for. Yeah, let's do that. Very well. Then, Cassetti, why don't we move this conversation to a different location? Only I will accompany Dante to this negotiation. I will make my intentions clear now. Dante and I will not attack you there. Don might, though. Don will rip space. There is no doubt in my mind that Cassetti must be completely exhausted in the unending barrage of attacks from Don Quixote and the Sinners. He singled her out. Such a shame the last part wasn't voice acted. It would have been peak. I know, it's... I wish they voice acted all of it. A suggestion that we move this conversation to a different place without the Sinners must have been a sweet one. Just you two, huh? Yes. The freight car is immediately adjacent to this one. That is where we will further discuss what we each have to offer one another. That clock must be thy monarch, then? And thou art one of the retainers. Correct. Very well. This will be a royal debate, then. It is only right that a royalty talks to no one else but one who is his equal. Kalajanari! We'll be back in a minute, Don Quixote. Thus we left the incapacitated sinners and Don Quixote, who watched on with hollow, despondent eyes as we walked away. We carefully made our way into the freight car. So Faust, why are we doing this in a freight car again? Where else are we gonna go, Dante? What the fuck does that mean? Where else are we gonna go? Dante. This will be my first attempt at a gamble. What? With that, the door closed shut behind us.
무지 외에 암흑은 없나니.
Lack of voice acting in events is at least compensated with extra peak for story chapters. Yeah. Holy shit, that is a fuck ton of that shit. No! Anyway, I'm sure I could do it later. Gamble like the guard from Library of Ruina? I don't know it. What? What? Oh, wait. What? Huh? Hello? What? Oh, I forgot. They mean freight cars. Oh, they mean the things behind the warp train. I thought, I don't know why, I forgot what freight meant. Oh, so we just went into Mephi? So this passageway leads straight to Mephi? This is where it all started. This stupid bus awoke me from my slumber. What? If only this bus hadn't completely filled up the freight car. I wasn't planning to start the parade so soon. Or create a kindred here. Dundee. What's up, Rui? Watching your stream while waiting for school? Thanks for watching. The bus is totally bussin'. Bus is stored on the last car? Cassetti was asleep in the train, and Cassetti was somehow woken up from it, meaning he wasn't responsible for the disappearances. Oh! So this is his first time on here? Poor man couldn't set up his big 4-poster royal bed in cargo bay. The connection has been restored. Ah. Connection? The suddenness of her statement briefly knocked me off my train of thought. I looked at her and cocked my head in confusion, and she replied with an even quieter whisper without looking away from the blood fiend. Boarding Mephi has reestablished my connection with Faust. How the fuck does that work? Cha-ching, baby. Did you know that this would work? No. And as I had stated before, this is a pure incalculable gamble based on my own uncertain hypothesis. Yeah, what the fuck? How does that work? I mean, I guess Mephi's a weird space-time thing, but where the fuck is Virgilius during all of this? He has to take a different train. They explain that colors... Apparently this is stated in Ruina, but because of something that maybe happened in Ruina that I haven't gotten to yet, or at least described in Ruina, colors aren't allowed to ride in the normal trains because of an incident. That's wrong. He just said he normally waits on the train for more time. Oh, okay. In the books? Oh. It was just described in Ruina. Got it. This success helps me somewhat comprehend Miss Roja's fascination with gambling. It is quite exciting. A faint smile appeared on Faust's lips for a moment before fading away. Now that the connection has been reestablished, I will return to my boring personality and be a boring foreshadower and exposition dumper, but only just enough to piss you off. I would like to make a complaint against the Faust in the Gesellschaft management regarding the fact that they neglected to list the information pertaining to the loss of connection within the interiors of the warp trains. However, finding a solution to this situation takes precedence. I have much reason to believe that their omission was done on purpose, but I hope such is not the case. Interesting. Faust gently advanced toward the Blood Fiend. So wait, he's just on the destination, waiting for Dante and the sinners? Probably. Cassetti hides in the freight cars while the cleanup crew goes through, waits for passengers to start killing each other, then leaves the freight car and starts drinking. But he still has to wait 10,000 years, doesn't he? That's the part I don't get. How does he avoid the 10,000 years part? Let us discuss the details of our compromise. Oh. Well, no. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. What are you willing to accept in return for the master keycard? If thou wert just anyone, I would have wished to see thee all to turn thee all into blood bags and drink every last drop of thy blood. But thou art unlike a common person. My wish is to maintain the secrecy of this kingdom of mine for as long as possible. Okay. And thine wish is to leave this place, right? Once I relinquish to thee this keycard, and once thou returnest to your first-class seats, we'll live here happily ever after like nothing happened. I mean, okay. Okay. Seems sort of alright. I mean, we'll lose the contract, but... He doesn't avoid the 10,000 years? That's when he has his parades? But what does that mean? He just sleeps? Vampires sleep very good? Oh. He does some sort of vampire hibernation? He also seems quite mad. Maybe the years took a toll. Yeah, but he's not that mad, you know? I don't think he's that crazy. Vampire dementia. Cassetti design is cool. Someone said, talked about the long hair. I can see it now. You're right. It's hard to notice because it's so red. But yeah. When the train gets here, you get off the train. Everything goes back to the way they're supposed to be. How's that for a deal? Red Hindley. Like nothing happened. Faust, what about the job we were contracted to do in the first place? Our memories and any signs of battle will be completely erased upon our arrival. We'll have no way to relay our news, whether one of success or failure. If we had the means to defeat them, then at least W Corp would inform us that our contract was successful after the fact. However, this current scenario would leave us with nothing to show for, not even the smallest hint. And the contract will end in failure. I assume Dante's gonna just be like, no, I'm not gonna do that, and he'll just remember like he always does. However, what takes precedence over the contract is you and the sinner's psychological stability. It's not like we've always been successful, so that was something I could live with, but what about the other passengers of this train and its future passengers? I remember the look on Don Quixote's face whenever we would come across these inevitable forms of injustice. Faust does not reply, and yet the lack of reply was a reply all on its own. We're going to let them die? Innocent lives will be lost, but we cannot prioritize their lives over our safety. That must be Faust's and the company's policy. Holy shit, that was loud. Train leaves, he waits for a few days, he eats some passengers when they've all gone insane, then he sleeps for the rest of the 10,000 years while occasionally eating the people he stole. I guess so. In Ruina, there were some trains that actually made medieval hierarchies, you know? Yeah, it sounds familiar. Last time I checked, they die anyway if they aren't in first class. They only die because everyone goes fucking insane and starts killing each other, which is kind of detailed in Ruina why that happens. Just because of their conditions that, like, pain is the only way to really fucking entertain themselves, and they all just go insane. They don't... Dying is not, like, absolute, but after 10,000 years, it's sort of... And then because of the blood fiend, they don't come back. That is not normal. Usually they all come back anyway, whereas this they do not because of his Cassetti's interference. Did you play Library of Ruina? I'm currently streaming it. I'm some amount through, so I haven't finished it yet. Yeah, they only die here because of the blood fiend. Sorry, the beginning of what I said made that confusing. Yeah, the blood Cassetti is introducing a variable that's not normally there, which because of his blood fiend blood drinking shit stops them from being able to be revived. So now there's a different variable. And yet, I shan't allow this. I knew Don was coming back. Don Quixote. I thought her wounds were too severe for her to even crawl, let alone walk. But with sheer will, she pushed herself through the pain to reach the freight car. I will not tolerate this. We cannot let this vile wretch live and turn a blind eye to everything he's done. It's her! Again! What, you want to stay here for what is essentially an eternity within this train? I know the truth. Everything hinges on this key, doesn't it? As soon as I break this in half, you'll have to spend the eons inside this... I care not. I would welcome the eons. Should it mean eons of penance for thee? 'Tis much preferable to letting thy villainy go unanswered. Holy shit, Dawn, you are insane. Let this place be the site of thine eternal judgment. Or stupid. Faust and I... Why did they use that? Why didn't they just keep the previous reaction? Faust and I grabbed Don Quixote. Family photo. She'd normally be strong enough to wiggle free of our grips, but she already pushed herself beyond her limits merely by walking here. Isn't getting eaten a confirmed death instead of being forced to live on until a cleaner disposes them in 10,000 years? Yeah, I think what you're saying is correct. Sorry, I kind of answered your question for me. Faust, unhand me, thou mustn't let him live. Caligari! Don Quixote, Letting him destroy that key means you'll be condemning the sinners to thousands of years of torment. Oops, sorry. Then I shall fill the millennia with tales of legend I had read in magazines. No time, however infinite, shall be too great to overcome should we endeavor as this one. As one. Sorry. Certainly, you are aware your suggestion is no solution at all, Don Quixote. This woman does not think. But then there has to be another way, no? Thou art both possessors of great wisdom, Faust. Is there truly no path in which we may bring justice to the villain and the sinners remain unharmed? Her struggle begins to wane. This was no acceptance. It was just, this was dejection. Wait, Don Quixote, no. In the commotion, we failed to notice that the blood fiend had been quietly advancing at us. We let Don Quixote go at the last second, but we were a second too late. Oh, my dearest parent, forgive my transgressions of creating another without thy sanction. He looks like my form empties, or whatever that thing's called. Thou shalt become my next kindred. Yeah, I saw this part, unfortunately. I got spoiled. I didn't see that. I saw something that's coming later, I think. Cassetti screams incoherently as he leaps onto Don Quixote, piercing her neck with his fangs before we even had the chance to do anything. Ooh. Oh, I did not expect this to be the solution. Faust? What do you mean the solution? Damn, spoiler got hands. Yeah, I know, it sucks. Stupid. It was not even like hidden or anything. I got a message in Reddit and I looked at it, and then it was on the front page of my Reddit. According to this, not that I ever go on Reddit, it was like a super rare time when someone had messaged me on there. According to the information I had viewed in the past, and once again just now, it's... don't they? Take cover behind me and remain absolutely still. And please, do note that the other sinners must never hear a word of what is about to happen. Oh. Don Quixote levitates slightly into the air, the strings of her shoes unraveling as they slip off her feet on their own. I only saw this next picture, I think. She looks on with bewilderment as her running shoes fall to the floor. And... Ah! Gah, Rocinante! I'd always had this question swirling at the unfocused backstage of my mind. What the fuck is that? What? That, okay, alright. Why are you always so protective of those running shoes, Don Quixote? Running shoes? Ah. Dost thou speak of our dear Rocinante? Yeah, those. I have battled through thick and thin, feast and famine with dear Rocinante, in sorrow and in joy, no matter the brutality of trials that hath struck me. It hath been a loyal steed by my side for however long it hath been in existence. I've only seen the picture that I assume is coming up. I don't know nothing more. Oh, wait. Sorry, I didn't... She doesn't know when she got them. Ah, Manager Esquire. Wherefore hast thou not saluted Rocinante as well? This may be a rather auspicious occasion to do so. Nope, I think I'm good. Aha, be not so bashful. Go on ahead. Looks stinky. You're stinky. Small girl is torturing TikTok with stinky. Stinky they are not, scuffed as they might appear. Scuffed as they might appear. Rocinante is in pristine condition. Also, thou shalt not address me as a small girl. Evacuate, evacuate. Don Quixote, don't tell me you go to sleep wearing those running... Rocinante. You stinky. Randomly found your stream on my front page, staying here for a while. Also, happy warp trip. Thanks! I'm enjoying it. Oh, I have always been quite certain that someone so esteemed as the Kaijanari would care to ask me how Roshinante fares. I didn't mention that this question was inspired by numerous eyewitness reports from other sinners who saw her wandering the halls in her pajamas and wearing Roshinante. Verily, Roshinante and I remain bound together even in slumber. There shall be no separating the two of us. We are bound not by need nor want. We are simply bound together through plight and delight. Now that I think about it, every single identity of Don Quixote was also wearing those pair of running shoes, Roshinante. I do remember, it just occurred to me, that I had read a thread months ago about someone noticing that and them saying, oh, I don't know if it's stated in there, but even the N-Corp Dawn has, like, her boots inside of the N-Corp boots. I assure you, dear player, a full flashback about Dawn's stinky feet is necessary to the lore, Project Moon. Have you ever taken them off? Take them off? Fie, whatever does thou mean? As in, detach Roshinante from my body? 'Tis a very odd insinuation thou maketh. She looks at me with puzzled eyes, as though taking those pair of running shoes off was somehow an inconceivable idea. They were something much more than just her favorite pair of running shoes. Her odd attitude treating something so far removed from common sense as something completely ordinary. What does Roshinante mean to Don Quixote? What even is that thing? An overwhelmingly powerful pressure suddenly explodes, radiating in all directions. As a metallic stench of blood suffocates the bus, filling every corner of it with its sickening horror. And then...
and we sleep when tired of eating.
How does it feel to learn that your waifu's foot stank is actually lethal?
It's not bothered me in the slightest. I love Dawn. Then we eat when hungry and we sleep when tired of eating. Then darkness. No, that's impossible. Oh, I didn't know it was animated. Damn! I didn't know this was a FromSoft game. In all-absorbing darkness, voice is our only light. Oh, there's Sasha. You are the second kindred? How did you... I should have felt your presence. I do think I saw a faint outline of an aura. All I see are feet. I see a red aura and a long fur adornment of sorts. The aura is her stank. Yeah, right, yeah. Through the shimmering aura, I think I saw red eyes. You have committed the sin of filial impiety, transgressor. I know that voice, but I also don't. I never heard it in such a low, imposing tone before. It speaks toward the lesser being. The blood fiend, shriveling and kneeling, trembling and pathetic. If this scene was voiced, it would be so good. Ah! Don't remind me. Cassetti says his mask was sewed on by someone called the Barber. In the book, DQ runs into a traveling barber twice and attacks him both times. Once stealing his shaving bowl to wear as a helmet. I really need to read the book quickly. Oh, we can see the hair more fully now. Mercy, O venerated ancestor. I beg for the mercy of the second kindred. I beg for the mercy of the second kindred. I beg. Insolent worm. Whoa! This is like not normal. This is like, they don't usually do animated stuff like this. Not in this format. Shut the fuck up, cool dog. Hag confirmed. Damn you. Damn it. Dog, Cassetti speak the same way, but Cassetti eventually drops the voice, revealing it was an act. I did notice that, and I was wondering if that was just... I was wondering that. He's also constantly talking about the parade. Teaser image for Canto 7 is a circus. Someone say hag. Ah! The trope talk video of Don Quixote was really good. I don't know what that means. Another hag reveal. Hag, stinky feet, and no brain. Damn, Dawn is the whole package. Shut up. Second kindred means she's a kindred of the first kindred, meaning Dawn isn't a regular hag, she's a super hag. Crimson droplets of blood slowly rises around the blood fiend's mouth before congealing and sealing his mouth shut. No language worming its way out of your maw shall be worth my ears. Don Quixote drops her... She does speak in a low tone at least once, which is when she tries to dance for the Sombrero Gang. I don't know if she drops her accent though, or not her accent, her way of speaking. I do remember that. No, yeah. To commit the sin of filial impiety by attempting to travel against the bloodstream, to commit such abomination against your ancestor, I cannot well sanction your impudence of continued existence. Holy fuck, that goes hard. Jeez, that line is cool. Traveling against the bloodstream. I don't exactly understand what he means. Gosh, that's sick. I love that line. You can see Sasha in the left corner. Yeah, I pointed her out. It is neat finding out that Dawn was talking as she does isn't an affectation, and she's actually just that old. Oh, I see. Sasha just kind of vibing. Coagulate, then melt away. Cassetti's body begins liquefying into a slick stream of blood, his form curdling and crumbling, then dripping to the ground. Rapidly, yet ponderously, like that ice cream Don Quixote loves so much, melting away on the floor, heating under the searing sun. Traveling against the bloodstream means he was trying to drink the blood of a superior. Oh, okay. The further down the generations go, the weak and more diluted the blood fiend power gets. Gotcha. I would have totally misunderstood that. Trope Talk is a series of videos by Over Sarcastic Productions. Good YouTube channel if you like stories. I'll check it out. If you're talking about the book, I think I just want to read the book. Don Quixote turned to look at me, who was still on the ground after being thrown by the shockwave. And with a cryptic look of pity, she uttered something. Indeed, you must be the promised timepiece. Something I couldn't quite understand. Roshinante to me. Roshinante, I beseech you. I carefully reached out, grabbed her shoes, and slipped them onto her bare feet one by one. One day. She gasped, stumbled, and slumped to the ground. Shit, that was good. That was pretty good. I'm glad I didn't get, like, completely spoiled. Damn, that was good. We still have 2 levels left, or are they just books? So he didn't take a bite. He wasn't able to take a bite. Sometime later. Yeah, see, when you were talking about the bloodstream, I thought Dawn was referring to what he did on the train, so I would have misunderstood that. Virgilius recruited her, he knows. When Virgilius kicks the shit out of Dawn in Canto 3, he tells her to remember what happened when she joined the company. Still recommend Trope Talk. I'll check it out. Someone explain what just happened in a way that makes sense, and Faust is like... Classified, sorry. I knew that the sinners would be all shocked and confused. After all, when they, including Faust and Don Quixote, all came back to life after I rewound the clock, all that remained was the destroyed door to the freight car and the disgusting, obliterated remains of what was once Cassetti. Where's Sasha? Most personnel had lost their consciousness from the mental stress of the prolonged battle against the Blood Fiend. Whatever measure it was that the manager has taken, it can be said that it was appropriate. I guess so. Well, good work, everyone. Nice, Dante, nice. Imagine being Virgilius and having a vampire hundreds of years older than you look up at you and ask if she can sleep with her shoes on. I'd be livid. Yeah, Sasha is like, what the fuck? You can see Sasha in the CG with Dawn earlier. I know, we've said 3 times now. You guys missed when I said, hey, look, there's Sasha. She presumably got obliterated alongside Cassetti. Oh, they don't address it? However, the definition of most personnel excludes 3 individuals. Therefore, it would be most appropriate to direct any questions to them. Wait. Who are those 3? Faust, the manager, and Don Quixote, who is still unconscious. Huh? Really? The 3 of you? Wow, you were spot on. When did you even have time to notice that? Oh boy. What the fuck, Dante? Stop. I have identified the 3 conscious individuals by analyzing their walking cadence and voices moments before loss of my consciousness. Right. So what's going on with the last? Why is she still out cold? She appears to be in a state of deep slumber. As she is not at risk of death, she will be waking up soon. What the fuck? Did they all, like, slid off? I remember everything, of course. Don Quixote's sudden transformation, how she practically erased the Blood Fiend, and his kindred from the world without even moving a finger. Yeah, so it was. That's what happened to Sasha. Explains why she called Mersault young earlier. Bus is durable as hell, not gonna lie. Survived the initial explosion Dawn Fiend did. Yeah. Canto 7 just 6 weeks away. Oh, it's coming too soon! I mean, it's good, but also I'm not gonna be able to finish the book. And we're gonna... I'm nervous silly Dawn's gonna leave. But maybe not now. But I also remember Faust's last words. Dante, shut the fuck up! Don Quixote was unconscious, and Faust was answering every question with silence. It was only natural that their eyes would all fall on me. That's, you know... Mersault, yeah. Wait, that reminds me. Where's the key card? Last I remember, it was in Cassetti's hands. He was in a far more presentable state than he was in before. Wait, so about the key card he was holding, though? It has become half liquefied. Oh, fucking great. The remains have melded with his finger bones. It appears to have become one with the middle phalanges. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know it is, so. Wait. Oh. Oh no! Everyone calm down! I said calm down! I said calm down! Huh. I really should have packed more cigarettes, huh? How about we force one of these doors open? The master keycard. Yeah, that's Sinclair.
When tired of eating.
Not the phalanges, anything but the phalanges.
Phalanges. I mean, obviously we're not in that much trouble considering this song is playing. The master keycard is not an absolutely necessary element to resolving this situation. Faust, and then like the sinner's like, Faust, why do you sound like a bitch again? What happened? We were making so much progress. Well, how? It will require approximately 5 hours to formulate and proceed with an explanation in a manner that will allow the sinners to fully comprehend the exact how of this methodology. Therefore, it will be delivered to you in a digestible, summarized format. Shut the fuck up. I fucking hate her. Yeah. Well, that was short-lived. She's acting all smug again. Yeah, fucking damn it. I liked Dumb Faust. This is dumb. Should have played Oh Crab, So Crab instead of Happy Story theme. Yeah, that's right. Still don't get why we didn't use this against Ricardo the Whale or any of those guys at the beginning of the story. Dawn? Probably because Faust was simply like, no. Or maybe Faust didn't know until that moment, but I kind of doubt that. Also, was this an oversight, or can sinners die in Warp Train since it mentioned... Why are neighbors at the lake watching me? They shouldn't be watching me, and the character swears. He is a British bloke. Mom, why are you showing me to the neighbors? Stop. I think the reason... I think the sinners can die on warp trains because Dante mechanics.
And we sleep when tired of eating.
After being likable for most of the chapter, she's back to being Faust GPT. Alas.
Yeah, she's back to being that. We can utilize the backdoor of Mephi. The steely confidence in her declaration was more than enough to win us over. So we headed to the corridor past the back door, Don Quixote slung over one of our shoulders. Joseph just subscribed, Kathy's son. Well, thanks, Joseph. But Mom, you also shouldn't be giving out people's names like that on the internet. Stop it. My mom doesn't know internet safety. Also, I apparently I don't either, because I just read that out loud, so that's my fault now. Banning this mod from chatting. Mom, stop. And arrived at our destination. I can't not ask what happened after seeing the state you were all in. Sandy Pitter, Sandy Patter. What? Grains of sand and seashell-like things fell with every step the sinners took. What? Asked someone after me. What is this now? To explicate, it can... Grains of sand roll about in my throat with every word spoken. Some time ago. Faust explained the simpler gist of this plan as we made our way to the back door. To put it simply, we can spend the time at a space disconnected from the train. The train should be arriving at its destination in approximately 10 seconds, going by the A-Corp timescale. I don't know what that means. All we must do is to remain somewhere in our original dimension for that duration. Mephi BS, that's the explanation? Yeah, I know. I'm already starting to get pissed. They better not just say that. And with that, Faust came to a sudden stop in the middle of one of our corridors. Wait, are you seriously just going to open that door? With this many doors in here, are you sure that it's the right one? Yes, this is the correct door. Its safety is completely ensured. Lass, at least tell us what's past that door. I did not bother verifying that particular information myself. It is necessary for future endeavors that I gain the experience of encountering something completely unexpected. What? Oh, wait. Faust did not wait for Heathcliff to finish his sentence before jerking the door wide open. A-Corp timescale is the objective time. It's how they know what time of day it is in T-Corp when everyone has different amounts of hours that day. Why is it an A-Corp thing, though? Is A-Corp even mentioned anywhere else? I don't really remember. Now please enter through this door. Whoa! That's a lot. With Faust's stern command, we quickly walked into a building that looked like a derelict, abandoned hospital of sorts. I think we walked in the middle of a sandstorm. Huh? Aren't we supposed to be indoors? How the heck is this even happening? What do you mean? The whole entire railway exists. Like, what do you mean? Mirror dungeons exist. What do you mean? How is this surprising? Ah! I can't open my eyes. A, B, and C Corp appear to be the headquarters? Oh. I did not know that. Where are you getting that info from? Tui, I got sand in my mouth. Wait, no way. Is this a sandstorm? But aren't we inside? We're doing this joke again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sinners blurted out colorful series of complaints, trying to cover themselves in the blasting sandstorm. But Faust continued to count in that same indifferent rhythm before dragging us out of there just as urgently as she herded us in. Hey, it's the song. B Corp is Ruina spoilers? Oh, okay. A Corp produces arbiters, like Bina. C Corp makes claws, like the One Ordeal or whatever in Lob Corp. Huh. B Corp is Ruina spoilers. Okay. Alright. I didn't know that. I love this song. So, we managed to return, safe and sound, to the interiors of the warp train as it arrived at P-Corp platforms. They only played it for 2 messages. As the train was still getting cleaned up, that is. Whoops. And with our bodies completely covered in sand. I thought we'd never make it. Whoa. You guys okay? How did these passengers... We were so happy to be done with this whole ordeal that even the W Corp cleanup agents in the middle of the cleanup mission looked downright hospitable. So they're not going to explain what just happened. They... I don't like that. I already don't really like the back doors. It's just like random stuff they can get away with. PM really loves that crab song. They use it for every Goofy scene ever since that Intervallo. I mean, I love it. I think it's one of the best songs they made. As a brass player, it's hilarious. And I think when they used it, I just laughed so hard because they made that, I don't know what style of music is, but that summer poppy anime thing that like VTubers would put out. It's like such a stereotypical song, and then it just changes to that. It's so funny. We're employees of Limbus Company. We boarded the warp train at the behest of your employer. Oh, so you guys are the people that our captain told us about. They really let you guys keep your memories, huh? Oh, really? I thought they said they were deleting the memories. Didn't they say that they were erasing the memories anyway, and then that they would report it afterwards? I think sleeping pod's supposed to do that. I guess maybe. Who the hell is Hong Lu? He's one of the sinners. He just hasn't shown up much. He's kind of a boring character, to be honest. We already knew the backdoors can lead to random locations in the world, like when they went to the gnome factory, so this isn't unprecedented. Yeah, I know, I just think it's kind of cheap. I was kind of assuming they went to some outskirts location, but... Oh! Oh! Oh, never mind. I understand what happened. Oh, they just literally went somewhere else out of the dimension and then came back after 5 seconds. Oh, that makes complete sense. Never mind, I'm fine with that. That is fine. I mean, it's still weird that they can travel to the outskirts. I get it. So they just went out and experienced normal time and then came back. I'm sorry, I don't know why that didn't hit me. It's because it was 5 seconds and not 10. Yeah, okay, I get it now. That makes sense. I was more concerned with what does sand have to do with any of this? Because I kept thinking about repairing the card. I thought somehow she would repair the card. Sinners were supposed to go back to their capsules when they completed the mission, but they didn't, so the memory erasure didn't happen. You'd think they'd still erase their memories, though. Or is that just something that, is it S-Corp has access to? Whatever the Science Corp was. It was for 10 seconds. Faust just started counting after 5 had passed. Oh. Well, that reminds me, one of the employees must be sleeping inside that hibernation pod over there. Did they leave? Wait, what? Who? Oh, that? Huh, I've never seen it in action before. Thanks, let me go check. Oh, right. The guy that was like, see ya, and then he went into the wall. That hidden compartment behind the chair that the cleanup agent crawled into. Inside was, huh? There isn't anyone in here. Maybe we're looking at the wrong pod? This is the correct pod! Then the disappearance of the individual who has entered this pod would indicate, I guess these folks aren't all there in the head either. Maybe you guys are just mistaken? I doubt that. Yes, we must have suffered a momentary collective hallucination caused by fatigue. Very well then, we will see ourselves out. All right, Faust. Faust cut the conversation short before the sinners began asking too many questions. They didn't fix the main problem, probably. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Yeah. Kind of questioning why MThF even has a portal to leading to a sandstorm. Why do they have a portal leading to Gnome World? I blame Wayward Passenger. Now that I became intimately familiar with the meaning of that gesture, I followed her to the outside without another word. Ooh! Arrived? Have we arrived? Rise and shine, lass. Had enough of a nap yet? I see. I will hear the details of the incident on the bus once we're traveling again. Understood. Any and all relevant reports will be sent to W Corp via LCCA and... Virgilius was already there when we arrived. He was sharing a conversation with Faust about what went down inside the train with a serious expression. I will now leave with Sharon and watch them unfasten MThF from the train. The minute hand on the manager's head seems to be desperately signaling me that they have a lot of burning questions to ask you. Allow me to give you two some space. I was finally able to ask Faust once Virgilius had left. I didn't know that was a thing he did. It is called the corridors. Yeah, maybe the real disappearance phenomenon took that agent, or maybe the employee capsule is just a trash chute. Oh, true, maybe. Nah, I don't think Faust would have reacted like that. Well, no, maybe she could. I guess she could. If she knew. Maybe the real disappearance phenomenon was the friends we made along the way. My theory was that the W Corp agent was a blood fiend in disguise. Cassetti did say that people were trying to find him after he escaped the circus. So people think that the employee turns into Cassetti. I kind of like the trash shoot. Well, let's see. Why would W Corp do that, though? Do they really need to give these guys a false sense of security? I don't know if they're required by the setting of this world to really do that. I like your suggestion, but I don't think that they are expected to be that nice to the employees. I don't think they have enough reason to be like, hey, we got this emergency thing for you guys so you can feel safe. I don't think they literally would care or need to care that much. Bro, the W Corp employee thanked them for the reminder, so it must be a real pod. He said he's never seen it in action. He doesn't know how it works. So I guess that's more... It could be that. I don't know. Why did you do that? Faust's body was quite literally blasted to pieces from the sheer explosive pressure that filled the room the moment Don Quixote's shoes came off. Oh. So how did Dante survive? Oh, because she said stand behind me and don't move. Imagine Bro shows up as a boss in the next canto. Yeah, he is the dimensional. He's like, he just opens a rift like random. You're fighting like a normal battle in the middle of nowhere. You know, it's just like, you know, you're just fighting some circus NPCs and the dimensional or wayward passenger just like fucking cuts in and he's like, I'm back. I was in the capsule and it changed me. Yeah, she made Dante take cover. Yeah. The moment Don Quixote's shoes came off, it was as though she knew it was going to happen. I wonder if she knew that could happen before she went on Methy during that period of time. Because it was the preferable course of action to having the same explosive demise occur to your body instead. Ha! I do not find it regrettable that you were made to turn the clock despite my knowledge of the high likelihood of death upon that occurrence. No, I'm not blaming you for that. I just want to know how long you've known that. Oh, okay. Don Quixote is... That is something I've been aware of since LCB was first established. The same can be said of Virgilius. Of course, yeah. However, it was by the will of the LCA's superiors that this knowledge remains withheld from the manager until the appropriate moment. And that appropriate moment was back there? According to my private judgment, yes, yeah. Well, as my connection to all communications, including one to Faust, had been severed, they put a period there. I was not in a position to receive the headquarters authorization for that action. Right. Though the full truth may remain obscured still, we are once again returned. I love when Yi Sang has these moments. Returned. That was a layered word. We've returned to one of the warp platforms in our own dimension. We return to our daily lives of speculating about what's next in our path, and the usual Faust, reconnected to Faust, has returned. Yes. Faust replied to Yi Sang's nebulous wording with a quiet affirmation. Please do not take this query with any greater import than a mere jest. Unless, however, do you suppose I shall see her again? Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I love when Yi Sang's cute. She shot a puzzled look at Yi Sang. In a way, it was quite the pleasant encounter, was it not? I think we got Faust addicted to gambling. Faust Discord server privileges are back. This is the first time we've ever seen any part of the city other than South. That's right, and isn't South like the weakest sections or something? What's up, get off my lawn? Have I heard of... That sounds like a ligma. Probably since Faust is sort of responsible for recruiting the sinners, I think. Right. Didn't she go to... Wasn't Yi Sang the first? Kind of depends on the section. Someone told me something about sections in the South and something. Yi Sang flirting up Faust, by the way. I know. Yi Sang mused ambiguously before leaving us. Phew. The incident at the warp train was such a chaotic mess that it felt shorter than it really was. But I also learned so much about so many things. You said a while back that it was the longest battle they have had yet, so you're just wrong. But I was too soon to start it was too soon to start racking our brains about what kind of nonsense trial we were about to face in P Corp. So I decided to enjoy this momentary peace. How do we find ourselves at P Corp? Wherefore is my throat so parched? I'm too tired to explain. Chiquita, you missed out big time on one crazy adventure. That vibrated the last few grains of sand out of my ears. Nice. The one good Sinclair line out of 100. The sinners look at Don Quixote's bewildered awakening, grinning. There's no way to know what we'll be facing in District 16, where P Corp was located, but we got this, right? The same faith I saw in the Faust who believes in uncertainty rises within me too. I looked up to Faust, only to see that Faust was looking up at me as well. Cute? She nodded at me with her usual barely noticeable smile, and I gave her a slight nod in return. Time to go find ourselves another golden bough. I need to see how the fuck they explain the whole Don Quixote bullshit. She probably just did the same garbage she always does. Oh shoot, I got this mixed up. I was looking at this as the normal clear. That gave me 1,000? Dang. Now I feel like I can't swear because my mom chastised me. Well, that's the end of the intervallo. That was, well, I mean, the fights were pretty forgettable. But I liked the Dawn parts. That was good, and it was nice to see Faust not be Faust for a little while. I can't wait for the dream ends. It's sad. Give me that. No. Give me this first. And then give me this. Dang, this is a lot! I mean, I don't really care about these, but whatever. Shoot! I thought I was gonna be doing mirror dungeons all day! Now I probably only have to do like... Oh gosh, I still have to do some. But I got all the important stuff. I mean, this doesn't matter too much. Feed your cassettes to Peak Cliff. Also, 2 people on Reddit had a theory that Dawn was a blood fiend. The banners? These? I really don't care about these. Weird Dungeon Hard with all boosts gives a bit over 400 if I recall correctly. I mean, my current mirror dungeon is in there right now. So cool. The 4chan blood fiend theory. I'm waiting for Faust and Roja to go gambling and sweeping the casino. She'd have to kind of disconnect from the other Faust, the Faust network, though. Yi Sang wanting to see more Faustless Faust is always cute. Yeah. He's so invested in his friends. I love in the beginning of Canto 5 when he does, like, he smiles and all that stuff. It's really great. There is a meme when Canto 4's finale came out because in a flashback cutscene, Faust asked Yi Sang to join Limbus Comany. They didn't fix the misspelling for like 2 months. Yi Sang, I think, is smarter than a Faust who's disconnected to other Fausts. I want to believe that. Not gonna lie, Wi-Fi-less Faust is much cooler than Wi-Fi Faust. It is. It truly is. I have 2 days to get, or 3 days, I guess, to get all this stuff. Yeah, honestly, they probably just told... Faust probably just said, yeah, it's classified, and then didn't reveal what happened on the warp train to any of the sinners. She's gotten away with it before. You should read Don Base's Ego Passive. Sangre de Sang. If the target had 3 bleed, heal 3 HP. I did know that. And I always thought that was weird. There's the circus. I always thought that was weird. Is she level 45? She is, okay. Look at her. Yeah, I always... Immoderate passion. The blood of Sancho, yeah. Faust without Faust wasn't as dumb as I expected. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in order to sort through everything, she has to be somewhat smart, you know? Because she said she had cross-referenced before, which means she's still somewhat smart. Diluting blood purity sounds like BS to keep trickle-down economics at work, and no way to rise to greater heights. The evidence was the eyes, heavy emphasis on blood in her art. They're notably bloodier, and the weird way she talks. What's up with her eyes? Just that they're kind of like... Wait, what's up with the eyes? What do you mean? I mean, look at those eyes. Those are the eyes I gave her in library. Probably considering how he created mirror technology, Yi Sang being smarter, yeah. Lantern Dawn also takes a gigantic bite out of an enemy as an attack. Also, people are in the background. Is that a dinosaur shadow? It's referencing her as a super hag. Oh, those people, I see them. No, that's a horse. Oh! Horse skeleton. Shidon has one eye red sometimes. It's a slit like a snake. It doesn't. I kind of was thinking that, but it's... I don't know, it doesn't look... What do other people's eyes look like? I mean, they're just like a bit thinner. I mean, she just looks crazy there. I mean, that's like it's not too... They hit it really well, or you guys are just reaching. I mean, is that really red, or is that just the light changing that color? I guess they're a bit thinner, but I don't know. Red eyes aren't really a natural thing. I mean, her eyes are red. Her eyes are red. Everywhere they're red. So, I have a new theory. How far are you in Ruina? I got to the group that shoots the shooty group. The second shooty group. That's where I got. Not gonna lie, for a second I thought y'all were talking about Red Eyes Ryoshu. So are Virgilius's? Yeah, right. Ryoshu is a vampire yokai or something. But what about Virgilius? I don't know. I think I'm busting apart your guys' theory, or whatever the theory you're referencing. Those are pretty slit-like. I think you guys are just wrong. I think you guys are seeing things that aren't there. I mean, sure, maybe emphasis on blood. The background is a reference to Vlad the Impaler who impaled people. She wields a spear, dude. She impales people with spears. I don't know what you want. Agents and clerks in LobCorp can have red eyes too. I don't know. I think you guys are all conspiracy theorists. All right, so that's gonna be it. So I will return next week to Library of Ruina on Thursday. Monday I will be sorry. Monday I will be this Monday I will be doing Trumpet Run. And then Friday I'll be doing Dragon's Dogma.
When tired of eating.
There are so many illiterates writing vampire fanfiction all over the Limbus Company wiki ever since this intervalo came out. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's funny. So many illiterates writing. That's a good one. I will be taking a full week of streams off the week after, but I'll talk more about it. But next week, it's starting tomorrow is going to be regular schedule. So Trumpet Run tomorrow. Thursday will be Library of Ruina. And Friday will be Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma is going to finish up soon. Library will take over both days. And then I will stop streaming either on Thursdays or Fridays after that. But that's going to be a little while down the road. But
신경 쓰지 말게나. 그대가 본인을 방치하더라도 본인
Thanks,
정도
Tom.
되는 직원에게는
So thank you all for joining me on this intervalo. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. I will see you guys all later. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good wherever you are, and I'll see you later. Bye.